I hope you guys are ready for another great episode of Octane Garage. I realized I do not have a Will It Run video. We are going to do a Will It Run video on this GMC Acadia. It has been parked here for the better part of 2 weeks. I was told by the owner that the back brakes were acting up and it was parked here and it's been sitting since. So I guess the first thing we're gonna do, let's take a look around this thing. It doesn't look too bad. And I know the back brakes are messed up, but other than that, it looks like a perfectly drivable vehicle. We are gonna try to take this thing and we are gonna try to drive it. I'm gonna estimate a little bit over, let's just say 45 feet up into that garage, and we are going to replace those brakes and see if we can make this thing drivable again. Now, judging by the vehicle, it looks pretty well. I don't see a whole lot of rust. It's a little dirty on the back here. Definitely could use a good washing. And I think one of the best spots to start, and it seems like most people start, what they do is they open that trunk up. We're going to look for oil cans, antifreeze cans. We're going to see what's in this trunk. It might tell a lot about the problems of this vehicle. I'm hoping it's just the brakes. That's what the owner said. Let's see. Oh boy. All right, well, 2 weeks may have been too long. The trunk will not open. So let's just take a look inside this thing. See what we got in there. It does have a nice luggage rack. It's got a sunroof, which is pretty awesome. The exterior doesn't look too bad. We got a few, it's got a couple moldings. Well, we'll just pretend we didn't see that. Got a little bit of chrome peel in here. I don't know how well that's showing up in the camera, but for the most part, headlights are a little bit faded, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. This one looks better. Let's take a look inside this thing and just see what we're doing, what we got, what we're working with. What we're working with is what I'm trying to say. Let's see what we're working with inside here. And then we'll get that hood popped and we'll check the vitals, oil, antifreeze, make sure we can make this trip that we got to do. So let's take a look inside. Looks like the standard GMC style interior. Somebody's got something covering the seat. Looks like we got a little rippage here. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that. The seat does not move. The back moves. The bottom doesn't move. I don't know why. That's okay. We got window switches. Got it like that. Locks are locking. And that means we have power, which is good. Because after a car sits for about 2 weeks, a newer car, you know as well as I do that sometimes that battery will die. No question about it. This one seems to be okay so far. I see we have dome lights. You can see right in the background there, we got dome lights. They don't look the brightest I've ever seen, but that's okay. They don't necessarily need to be. Smells a little bit like a greasy burger served on a dirty ashtray. So I don't know. That's what I'm getting though. That's what I'm getting. Let's pop the hood in this thing. Let's check the vitals. And we'll just see, make sure she's got oil, antifreeze, all that good stuff before we twist that key and see about getting it fired up. Got a little hood latch under here. Doesn't look too bad. A little dirty. It's a little dirty under here, guys. 3.6 liter VVT motor. Direct injection is what it says. It's got the hood shock. It's working. The hood's staying up all by itself. It really isn't all that bad. Let me bring you guys in. Let's have you take a look. See, you can look at what I'm looking at, Keeping you all the way over here. It's just building suspense. That's all we're doing. So like I said, it's a little dirty, but all in all, doesn't look too bad for sitting for an entire 2 week period. Now this is busted. I do see we got a little issue here. Don't think that's going to bother us. It's not really going to make a difference for the long drive we have. But I guess we should check, we'll start with the brake fluid since the brake fluid's an issue. And I can see it down there. Smells like brake fluid to me. So I think we're okay there. Check our antifreeze. Deck's cool, it says. And wow. Okay, that looks pretty dry. That's concerning. But I think we'll be okay. Because they didn't say anything about overheating issues. Let's go ahead and check this oil. And right down here, you'll see is a dipstick. So let's get that pulled out. It does have oil. Doesn't smell too bad. It smells about like I think it should. And you know, it's a funny thing, these newer cars. You know I don't know if you guys notice what's missing here, but there's no battery. No battery under the hood. I see it's got the jump spot here, in case you have to jump it. It's got the ground spot there in case you have to jump it. But they don't put the batteries under here anymore. They put them inside the vehicle. Huh. You know, it's just the world we live in. But that's okay. No worries. We're not going to worry about that. We're hoping the battery's still up. Let's go ahead and hop inside here. Let's get this thing fired up. We'll see if we can just take it nice and slow and not run through the back of that garage because the brakes are acting up. So I guess we'll jump on in here and see if this thing's going to fire up. After all, it's been sitting for an entire 2 weeks. So let's give her the old try here. We got power. Well, that's a good thing. Radio works. I don't see this lighting up, but maybe it has to be started. Well, let's just give her a whirl. Huh. Wow, what do you know? Fired right up, guys. Fired right up. Just, what more could you ask for? You know? I thought I was going to have to get the jump box out, maybe even a battery charger. Fortunately, she fired right up. You gotta love that. And this thing's got a sunroof. You know, you gotta like a sunroof. Huh. I don't know how you work it, but it's got one. Oh, well, there we go. Looks like the sunroof even works. Oh, look at that. You gotta like that. Well, let's just see. Get our windows down here. Let's see, does this... okay, looks like the AC works. And it's actually cold. All right, well, good, good. That's a plus. See if we have any gears. Now, the doors lock automatically on this car once you put her in gear, which is okay, I guess. Hey, the reverse works. Now, I could hear a little brake noise there. I think what we ought to do is go ahead. We'll see if we can creep her up into that garage, keep it from going through the back of the garage, and we'll throw a set of brake pads on this thing. And all in all, I think this would be a pretty decent car. So, let's get her up there. Now we're just going to take it easy. Now there, I can hear the brakes. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. But I'll tell you, I can hear a lot of brake noise coming from the back of this thing. So we're just going to ease our way up into this garage just ever so softly. We're just going to creep her up in there and see if we can do this without going through the back of the garage. And there we go. We made it. Not bad, guys. We made it into the garage. We're going to get this thing jacked up. We'll throw a set of brake pads on it. And I think we'll be fine. So the first thing we got to do, we got to get this thing jacked up. And we got to get us a jack stand under it. So, safety first, because the last thing you want to do is get squished by a car. So let's get these off. Come on, Flair. Come on, Flair. Come on, off of there. Get, all right, we got it. Some of these, well, they like to get stuck. So we'll put our lug nuts there. Oh, there we go. No worries. We got her. And just lean her right here. And wow, yep, this is the one, guys. This is the one. No question. Look at that. Let me just get you guys down in here so I can show you what we're dealing with. That is a little bit scarred up. So we're going to do the right thing. We're going to throw the brake pads on anyway and pretend we didn't see it because I don't have one of these. So the best case scenario, it'll wear the pads out a little quicker. But that's okay for now. If we have to, we'll replace it later. Now, one thing I like to do, I like to put a screwdriver in here, and I like to see if I can bring that caliper back right now. Slowly, of course. Okay, I got a fresh battery. My battery is dying, guys. There's one brake pad. Look at that. Oh, mama. That would be the noise. Now this back one doesn't look too bad. Alright, so we got the back one off. Somebody want to explain to me why this one looks like this. There's nothing left of it. This back one looks like this. My slides are working. Yeah, they're both sliding. You know, these slides have to slide in and out. They're both working. I don't understand it. But nevertheless, we're going to take our new pads. We're going to put them in there. I'm going to make sure they look the same, and they do, which is good. Glad about that. So we'll just slide these new pads in. And okay, so we got our new pads in there. Just slide them in. Then all we got to do now, take this caliper right back down here. So I just slide this thing out. Tighten her up. Tighten the bottom one up. Okay, when I got our bolts tight, we're going to throw our rim back on. We will take this thing for a ride. Spin it just the right way. Oh, baby. Get on there. There we go. And that's all there is to it, guys. I mean, it's really nothing all that tough about throwing some back brakes on. This is something anyone could really easily do. I just thought it'd be fun to do a Will It Run because I haven't done one. And I enjoy watching the Will It Runs. I'm just playing, guys. Don't. So here's the situation. I got one battery. I need my impact. I need my light for you guys to see. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to just have to pretend you can see right now while I zip these on. And this has a little light on it. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Okay, we're good there. Get our tools out of the way. Get our jack stand out of the way. We just got to let our jack down. See if this thing will fire back up, and we could take it down the road. Now here's the thing, guys. I like the Will It Run videos. I was just having fun saying, you know, this thing's been sitting here for 2 weeks and all that. Just because I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be a little bit of fun to, you know, See if we can get this thing to go after sitting 2 weeks. So I don't want to hear in the comments, you know, everybody's saying he doesn't like Will It Run videos. No, I do. I enjoy watching them just like everybody else enjoys watching them. So we're going to take this thing, we're going to jump in it, and we're going to take you guys down the road. And let's see how these brakes sound now. All right, I didn't want to bore you guys with the other side. So we got the brakes on. We're going to jump back in this thing, see if she'll fire up. We'll see if we can take it down the road and back. See if our brake noise is gone. We're not going to go too far. Just run her down the road and back is all we got to do. So I'm thinking we go this way, just to make things easier. So far, so good. And I'll tell you, everything's looking good. The temp looks good. She's definitely charging. And we got a little bit of gas in it, so we're good there. Try hitting our brakes and just see. I don't hear any noise. They feel good. I didn't hear any brake noise that time, guys. That's very exciting. Okay, guys, we made it back. The car seems to be doing good. All I have to do now is go in and let Tracy know that I got her car fixed. Oh, here she is now. I got your car fixed.
All right, good job, hon. It only took you 2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks, guys. That's my first Will It Run video. If you like this type of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tune in for our next adventure. Thanks for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you.